Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jennifer Jefferies, the present-day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Well, actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. That's a poem that was written by Maryanne Williamson and delivered by Nelson Mandela when he was freed. I was shown this poem about 11 years ago, and there was one line in it that hit me in the chest like I couldn't believe. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. And I went, whoa, that's big. That was huge. Like that hit me in such a big way. And I realized to that point, I had held myself back in different areas. You know, Australia does the tall poppy in such a scary ways, and different times through my life where I've been flying high and on just such a cool trajectory, I've been tall poppied down. And instead of standing strong and certain and going, I'm going there, I shrunk so they wouldn't feel insecure. And that, I can feel the emotion in my chest. It's huge. And I absolutely have done it. I don't know if you ever have. And there's so much in this one poem, but that really shoved my life in my face, that it's not cool. Why would I hold myself back for other people? What I know in life is that, what I know in my life is that I have the ability to bring people up and help them grow if they choose, whether it's through inspiring or just encouraging them, whatever it is. But that's there. And it's not just for me, it's for everybody. And there's so much more in life if we live that way, and if I live that way, versus thinking, no, I'll come back to your level so you feel safe, instead of saying, hey, let me help you get out of that hole and come up. And so this poem had such the biggest impact on me. I really can't even explain. I remember bursting into tears when I read that line. It was huge. And Maryanne Williamson, like she says in the book, it actually comes from her book, Return to Love. If you haven't read it, I can't encourage you enough to read that book. It really is amazing. And she talks about in the book how, where she's kind of explaining this poem, she says, the government's not holding us back. Hunger, poverty, we're not afraid about being invaded. We've got a pandemic going on at the moment, but in general, people are just afraid that in Australia, like I said, we have this tall poppy thing. They're afraid to really really excel. I admire the Americans because if they do something, I go, yeah, I nailed it. I'm great. Woohoo. Now, I wish we could learn a bit of that, because they celebrate each other for really rocking it, where Aussies going, oh, shit, mate, really? Yeah, really? Like, it's not cool. It's just not cool. So in life, Maryanne Williamson explains how there's only ever love and fear. That's it. There's two things. And because love is the opposite of fear is the opposite of love, fear is responsible for all the world's sorrows, the anger, the abuse, the disease, pain, greed, addictions, selfishness, all that crappy negative stuff, violence, war, all that stuff. It really is. And so to create the best version of the world that we can be in, we've got to come from love, not fear. And the only way we can really do that is to just celebrate us and even the little wins. Woohoo, I did this or whatever, because that's what keeps us growing and keeps us coming up. And like she says, you are perfect, brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. But because you don't believe in yourself fully, you're also, we feel like we take the weight of the world on our shoulders. Like, oh, and I've talked about how I have this drive in me that I want to leave the world a better place. But I remember having a talk to Mike Dooley, who was one of the guys out of The Secret. And Mike said, Jen, you can't change the world. All you can do is change you. When you show up as the best version of you, that automatically creates a ripple and can bring change to the world. But while you're trying to fix everything, that doesn't work. We've got to fix ourselves first. And this was all part of it, because I realized that for the biggest part of my life, I had scaled back my potential so that others around me didn't feel insecure. I don't know if you've ever done that, but I've absolutely done that. And ultimately, I'm responsible. We all are responsible 100% for everything that's in our lives and not in our lives. So if life isn't rocking everything the way you want it to at the moment, doesn't matter on what level, think about, are you holding yourself back? Or go to the poem and see what else is in it for you. And that's the healthy life hack. Pretty simple. What's your line? I really encourage you, whether you print this out or just go to the show notes to read it again, see what's in it for you. I have no words to describe what an impact this had on my life. And nowadays I catch myself off guard where, if, I'm thinking like, oh, like don't fly too high kind of thing. I'll go, oh, cool. No, like go for this, Jen, like go for it. And it's been a game changer. So I just wanted to share this with you because there may be something in it for you. And I'm so, so, so very grateful that this was shared with me. And I'm even more grateful that I got to do a women's retreat with the Maryanne Williamson about 4 years ago in Los Angeles. And she's a super cool chick who, stands in a great vibe. And I'm very grateful that she wrote that. And I'm very grateful to the guy who actually shared that with me. So if you want to go back and actually read it, print it out, something like that, head to the show notes at www.healthylifehacks.com.au. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review on Apple Podcast to have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. And if you would like to receive a free copy of my Feed Your Body ebook, simply click the link in the comments below. Join my newsletter and we will get that free ebook sent to you. I welcome your emails and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.